Curiosity, most of the time, is the root of unplanned pregnancy. You are curious about something and you want to try it in order for you to know what will happen. Like, like how does it feel to enter in this kind of situation? Just like engaging sexual intercourse at a very young age. What would be the result? Most likely you will become a teen parent. People who are rushing things but end up in a situation wherein they cannot handle things accordingly. In my opinion, having an unplanned pregnancy is very hard because you will encounter different consequences of your actions. Your family will get disappointed by you. Your life will change because you are no longer a teenager anymore. You suddenly became a teen parent. I want to tell you something. I had a classmate before when I was still in high school. She's very clever and beautiful. Like, she gains a lot of attention. While I was scrolling down on Facebook, I saw her post holding a pregnancy test. And the caption there was like, "How should I tell this to my mom?" Out of the blue, I asked myself, what? I didn't see that coming. Because that girl has a potential to be successful in life but end up getting pregnant. And clearly you can actually see her post that she's not prepared to be a mother. The question there is, did she want it intentionally or is it the power of curiosity? Several months have passed. Another post on Facebook that drew my attention. Oh dear, you won't believe what I just saw. Most of my classmates in high school became a teen parent. They're posting their baby on Facebook, Instagram, and different social media platforms. I asked one of my friends in high school, what do you think about the fact that there are so many teenagers getting pregnant nowadays? He said on chat, it's because of curiosity. We are lack of sexual knowledge. That's why most of teenagers want to try sexual activity. And not just that, there are also common problems like family problems, financial problems. These common problems can cause pregnancy among teenagers. Our generation is quite different from the past generations because today we are living in technologies, advanced mindset. Children are playing mobile games instead of playing with their friends outside. Scandals that went viral online. Teenagers nowadays watch pornographic videos, and that can lead them to curiosity to try what is sexual intercourse all about. Sometimes it's inevitable that teenagers will choose the wrong path. Their parents are working so hard just to let their children finish their studies, but things didn't turn out right. Teenagers nowadays use drugs and have the bad habits. They choose the wrong circle of friends. Teenagers decide what is good for them because they don't listen to their parents' advice anymore. Teenagers join fraternities, male or female, doing scandalous videos and posting them on social media. It's like they are encouraging other teenagers, people in general, to do something like that. The viewers of that video are mostly children that are curious about it and they want to try it. And that can lead them to try sexual activity. Expected that there will be an outcome, right? Technology is one of the reasons why there are so many teenagers who are addicted to watch pornographic videos. And that can lead them to try sexual activity for the reason that they are curious about it. The youth choose to have quality time with their boyfriend, girlfriend, instead of doing homeworks in school. Sometimes they didn't even continue their studies for a certain reason. But it turns out they just wanted to be with their partners. It's quite sad how most of the teenagers nowadays became a teen parent. Like, does teenage pregnancy exist before our generation? Try to look on what is happening in our society. It continues to increase the number of teens getting pregnant in our country. According to the article I've read in Google published under the name of Aurora Almendral, the rate of teenage pregnancy is rising. According to the most recent data collected every 10 years, in 2002, 6.3% of the teenagers getting pregnant. By 2013, it had gone up into 13.6%. Last August, the Philippines Economic Development Agency declared a number of teenage pregnancy as a national social emergency. And the pandemic has made the situation worse. When the time that COVID-19 existed in our country, we faced a long lockdown. It destroys everything, our economy, jobs, and etc. But there is also an advantage for staying at home for a very quite long time. And it gives us more quality time with our loved ones. Specifically, you know what I mean. There are couples out there who are doing sexual activity. But being careless that we are still facing a huge dilemma. It's not safe to go to the hospital, and we are lack of financial support that time. Because of the high rating of teenage pregnancy in our country. Mostly the reason why is that young girls do not know that having sex can cause pregnancy. Some young teenagers have lack of access to birth control. As I have said earlier, today's youth is lack of sexual knowledge and lack of proper guidance. They are just curious and don't know what they are doing. Because of curiosity that can result into unplanned pregnancy. Most of the teenagers nowadays come up with the idea of abortion. Why? Because one of the reasons that is they are not ready to be a mother. They are not prepared to be a parent. And by the fact that they are still studying, what is the reaction of your school, your classmates, your friends? Definitely, your family first will get disappointed by you. They give everything for you in order for you to study well. Your friends cannot even acknowledge you and even betray you because of your wrongdoings. Most of the teenagers think that abortion is a good idea, right? But you're wrong. Some of the teenagers already know that if doing sexual activity, there will be an outcome. They have already the knowledge about it in the very first place. They are just curious and still they try it. But for those teenagers who don't have the knowledge what they are doing, like for example, let's go and try it for us to know what it feels, for us to know what sex is all about. And later on, you will notice the changes of your body and found out that you are pregnant already, but afraid to tell it to your parents and friends. Let's assume your boyfriend will say, "Let's abort the baby. Sorry, I didn't use the proper protection." What is your reaction about that? I really believe that regret is always at the end. What's the purpose of going to school every day if you learn nothing? Think first before you do some action. You know, I've always remembered this line every time I hear the word curiosity. Don't let curiosity drive your own body. I really love that line. It came from the famous novel I've read in Wattpad. It actually has a deep meaning, right? Like, don't let curiosity take control of your body. If you already guess what will happen in the end, if you can predict what are the consequences if you still do that action, then don't do it. A piece of advice as a teenager and as a human being living here on earth. Don't do things that can affect your future, my dear. Don't let curiosity take over your mind. Have you guys wondered why curiosity killed the cat? It's actually an advice to all people that sometimes when we are curious about something, it can lead us into danger or misfortune. Don't destroy your future with just a single snap. If you are given the opportunity to study, When you are given a chance to change yourself, please don't waste it. Remember your future. You are a woman with dignity. Unplanned pregnancy is not easy as you think it is. People who are watching and listening here today, please have the courage to change the world and start doing it within yourself. Have a great day.